Yo! Welcome to week 7 of the NFL regular season. Week 6 is in the books, and Madden, hey, you're bounced back. You got the W. You're above 500 now. You're 4-3. Let's see if Madden can keep on rolling. And this week, we're doing a rematch of Super Bowl 54 as we head out to Santa Clara and see the Kansas City Chiefs take on the San Francisco 49ers. So let's not wait much longer. Let's hop out there and let's get going.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Chiefs and the 49ers, and it's coming up next.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, you all know, the 49ers already had a few Super Bowl rematches. They took on the Broncos earlier this season. Can't say a rematch of Super Bowl 55 against Tampa Bay. And I don't know. I think these are two teams that have different identities. The Chiefs, they know who they are. They're what right now? They're 4-2. Because who they lose to so far this season? They just lost to Buffalo in a thriller, I guess. And then who else they lost to earlier in the season? Who did they lose to? They lost to somebody else. Oh, they lost to Indianapolis. That's it, in Indianapolis. So I'll give that to the Colts. Teams are different when they're playing on the road. They're playing on the road today. 49ers, on the other hand, they're still trying to find themselves in a terrible, what was considered one of the best divisions in football, the NFC West. The West is horrible right now. 3 teams are tied for first at 3-3. Niners, Rams, Seahawks, and the Cardinals are just a game back at 2-4.
He's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, look at that. And I mean, obviously, Niners, they had to go back to Jimmy G, because Trey Lance, he more or less broke his ankle. He's done for the season.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The defending Super Bowl champions, the Rams, have not been looking good. Is it because they lost their offensive coordinator to Minnesota? Who knows? The Seahawks, surprisingly, they're hanging in there. But talking about San Francisco, let's go back to San Francisco for a second. Okay, they just got humiliated on the road against Atlanta, and
they'll run with the third-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And I don't think it was. I think Atlanta was up 14-0. San Francisco tied at 14-14, but then Atlanta ran away with it. And
the 2 teams that Montana played for in his Hall of Fame career.
Yeah, and Atlanta scored 2 more touchdowns.
Super Bowl rematch, Super Bowl 54,
and that was it.
That game won by the Chiefs 31-20.
And it's not like Atlanta's that good of a team. I mean, the NFC, well, the whole NFL.
Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first.
After almost signing with Kansas City last offseason,
I mean, you got your handful of teams that only have 1 win. No winless teams this year. Everyone has at least 1 win. You have your few teams that have only 1 loss, and the Eagles, who are still undefeated. But then you have the middle of the pack. Okay, the teams that at the moment that be fighting for a wild card spot. And well, right now San Francisco is in first place in the West. What? Seattle, Rams, Packers. I mean, you look at the NFC East, they got 2 teams with 1 loss, and they're in second, third place. They would have the 5th and 6th seed. I think Atlanta's 3-3.
And we're at the 41,
Tampa Bay's 3-3,
second
but they're in
9.
first in the South.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
I think
Sideline. Wow, what a catch.
we're slowly finding the identity of each team. And when we get to the halfway mark, week 9, that's 2 weeks away, in 2 weeks or so. Because, well, there's 18 weeks now, so week 9 used to be, you know, the middle of the season. Who is he throwing to? I mean, week 9 we'll go through, we'll look at all the records, who I think are contenders and pretenders, and who can turn it around and write them off, stick a fork in them. But we're not there yet, but we're getting there. I mean, I think the NFC West is wide open. I would have to, let's take a look at my preseason predictions real quick. I know I had Seattle up there pretty high. Oh man, I was way off on that. On both of those. Oh, okay. I had the Rams at 12-5, San Francisco 11-6, Arizona 9-8, and Seattle 7-10. That's still plausible. I did have the Eagles at 8-9. I still am not. We'll see. We'll see how they turn out.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's see how San Francisco does on their opening drive.
First carry for the rookie from LSU, Ty Davis-Price fights forward for only
It's just the NFL. Well, they say parody, and they say there's a lot of bad football out there. I think there's always bad football, but like other people say, I take bad football over no football any day of the week. And that's why I watch the USFL and I support the USFL. That's why I'll watch the XFL once it returns this spring. And so forth. I mean, it's more fun when you're just a fan of the sport than have a loyalty to a team. Because that's my downfall. Favorite team, obviously, if you see favorite team of all time, the Green Bay Packers, my first true love, and it hurts when they play awful. Oh, Jimmy G keeps it cheap. I mean, just watching them lately, they have no identity on offense. They don't know who they are or what they need to be. I mean, yes, they lost Devontae Adams. They traded Devontae Adams in the offseason. Okay. They let 2 of their other wide receivers walk. Now, I wasn't a really big fan of Equanimeous St. Brown. I didn't think he was really that high on the chart. Not like his little bro, Amon St. Brown. But letting MVS letting MVS go, I was a little more hesitant there because what did Green Bay have left?
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
How did he catch that? Because who did the Packers have? Well, without you had Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb. And Amari Rodgers, I guess, technically. Second-year guy. Okay. And you had Robert Tonyan, Guevara, Mercedes Lewis, 3 tight ends, 3 wide receivers. I'm sure there's a few other wide receivers, but I just can't think of them. They didn't have much playing time, veteran. You know, and then what did the Packers do? They signed Sammy Watkins. Okay, decent. They draft Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. Okay, so you got 2 rookies, and that's your receiving core. I mean, you have Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon in the backfield, but I'm not really counting them.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
But
even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Oh, jeez.
Davis Price will try to pick it up, and he's going to have the first down yardage.
They did nothing in the offseason, really. And I know MVS was asking for a lot of money, and he went to Kansas City, and look at him now. He's used, targeted, so on and so forth.
Not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here.
And I mean,
they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
The receivers need to take time to develop. And now what? Cobb is hurt. Sammy Watkins is hurt. Christian Watson is hurt. He's been hurt mainly this entire season.
On play action, it's
Missed basically the entire preseason. And now he has a bad hammy. So, who's Rodgers going to throw to? I don't know. They got to find a way to get open. And then, yes, the other thing is Rodgers, he's been overthrowing, throwing it short, not hitting his receivers either. He's like, well, he get paid in the preseason. Is that going to make that much of a difference? Is that why we're getting so much bad footballs? Because players don't play in the preseason and they soften everything up? No pad practice. I don't know. Maybe. I don't want to believe so, but. And then for the Packers, they just don't. They don't utilize their biggest offensive weapon, which is Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. They should be running the ball more, and then you look at how many times they touch it, but then it's, well, you run on first down, and you get stopped in the backfield, maybe lose 2-3 yards. Okay, now it's 2nd and 13. Are you really going to run the ball in 2nd and 13? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe screen pass, maybe short slant. But if you don't get 8 yards or 9 yards on 2nd down to make it 3rd and short, you're not going to run the ball on 3rd down, 3rd and long. So then you already effed yourself on that drive if you don't convert.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st
and the offense line does not help either.
To throw, it's Garoppolo.
Plenty of time.
Right side, and he finds Gray.
So I mean, for the Packers, they have no offensive identity. And everyone keeps saying, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And it's been effective when they have, for the most part. But when they stop running the ball, the offense crumbles. And then you have Rodgers standing there in the pocket, not scrambling, not running, rolling to his left or right, and getting sacked. Or taking shots downfield. He does not look like a 2-time MVP, or back-to-back MVP winner. He doesn't look like a 4-time MVP. I understand he's, 38, getting up there, but he's not himself.
Right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he's like, we just need to simplify the offense. Okay. People are saying you're not changing the plays at the line. I don't see, yes, you have your man in motion and so forth. I don't see no trickery plays. What else is there to simplify? Oh, stopped in the backfield. So, I mean, I don't know what Rodgers is talking about. And if we talk about Green Bay's defense is okay. I mean, the offense doesn't help the defense by going 3 and out and then only giving them a short field. And what was it? Last week, Jair and company, like, well, if we lose to the Jets this week, it's panic mode. And then Rodgers hear that, like, we don't need that type of attitude throughout the year, because you gotta stay positive, and success will come. Like, well, you just lost to the Jets now. Okay, are the Jets really that good? Jets are 4-3 now. They're 4-2, not 4-3. They're 4-2 now. You're 3-3. So can't be talking. Defense did pretty well, but didn't help that the special teams gave up a blocked punt that was returned for a touchdown, a blocked field goal, and the offense only scored 10 points.
So an opening drive field goal doesn't whip the crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
I can't believe I haven't talked about this yet. Watching Monday Night Football, Dustin Hopkins. I gotta give it up for him. I mean, yeah, again, the NFL community was forced to watch the Denver Broncos play in prime time. Oh, no one's forcing anybody, but they were featured in prime time. And the Broncos are awful. I just wondered, what if Aaron Rodgers was traded to Denver, Green Bay got Russell Wilson. I mean, one, Wilson couldn't wear 3 because that was retired.
Example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
I mean, what was it? Denver basically benched Melvin Gordon. I don't know what he did. But anyways, Dustin Hopkins. Denver goes up what? Denver was up 10-0. I know I was watching the game, dozed off, woke back up, and like, oh man, how did Denver get 10 points? Anyways. Chargers, they get a touchdown, and Hopkins kicks the extra point. Pulls his hammy again. Pulls his hamstring, and you could see the wince in his pain, in his eyes, on his face, in pain. But I don't know how he was able to do it. He had 1 extra point, and then 4 more field goals, or 5. 5. He had 5 more field goals, yeah. 4 in regulation, because it was 16 and forced overtime. And then he came out to get the game winner. And every time he kicked those field goals, he fell down in pain, but he hit all of them. So, I mean, he just had that, a dog mentality. and just, I'm sure we'll see what his status is for next week, but I don't know what he was wearing. Some type of brace on his thigh.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Edwards aware as they run out of the gun. And look at this for the second straight.
Like I said, I give up for that guy.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back
and I mean, I just think kickers don't get appreciated enough. Because the kickers and punters, both of them, they have so much pressure, and then when they miss, everyone hates, like, cut him. Like, okay, you think you're that damn good at kicking field goals from 55 yards out? Let's see you try.
He's got his man, Valdez Scantling.
You know, let's try you out. Well, someone will hold the ball. Let's see you kick it. You know, and I think in Ozzie rules football, that's all they do is kick.
And they deliver there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive, and even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
So what now? Kansas City's 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw.
That didn't look like he was in. And then, then last Thursday night, you had Bears and Commanders. It took 6 quarters to finally get a touchdown on Thursday Night Football. And yet again, the team that won had 12 points.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
Chiefs go up 7-0. But yeah, in that game against the Commanders, Carson Wentz hits his hand on I think a Bears helmet. Wince in pain, no pun intended. And then all of a sudden, he's able to finish the game. They win the game. Gets his finger checked out. He has a broken finger. He's gonna miss like 2 to 4, 4 to 6 weeks, something like that. So now the Commanders have to turn to Taylor Heineke, and I think a handful of those fans are just happy that Wentz is done, and now Heineke comes on the scene, and he gets a start against the Packers this week in Washington.
Takes it at the 7. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Garoppolo on 1st down. He gets this one to Davis Price, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll toss it right side to Davis Price. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building on their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to
the whole Robbie Anderson situation. Carolina fired their head coach. Now they have an interim coach, and then I don't know what Robbie Anderson did on the sideline, but the interim coach kicked him off the field during the game, and now he's an Arizona Cardinal because the Cardinals, Hollywood Brown, he breaks his ankle, leg, or whatever. He's gonna miss 6 weeks or so, and we'll give you a replacement. Oh. We'll take Robbie Anderson, and here's the Packers just sitting with their thumbs up their asses like, oh man, what should we do?
Here's Edwards-Helaire, and space tough to come by there. So you get maybe a yard to the 37.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire, and he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line.
Thankfully, we had no international games this past weekend.
He was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Power rankings, yeah.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Now there's talk that Baker for the Rams is searching for a trade. I don't even know where to begin with the whole Daniel Snyder thing. He's got dirt on everybody.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
But, you know, there's reports that
here's Mahomes to throw.
That Tua's going to be back this week, but people are complaining that, oh, no, he shouldn't be back so quick. It's like, well, concussions don't typically last forever, but sooner or later he's going to be cleared. And when are you saying he should never play again, or what? If he clears all the protocols and it looks safe, I don't know, looks safe, but looks good, decent, whatever, let him play.
And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
You know? Now it sounds like the Tennessee Titans, they're going to be getting a new stadium, which is going to be a dome, so they can host a Super Bowl and stuff. I mean, oh, he's going to get safety, fumble, touch, oh my, how? How did he lose the football? Take it to the house, yeah.
The question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce.
He just dropped it.
The training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you.
Anyways,
or make sure you punch
I mean, it'd be interesting to see Nashville host a Super Bowl. I mean, it's not like there's nothing to do there, you know. And here we go, another AFC South team with a dome. I would hope it's a retractable roof, not just a dome. Because I think stadiums are better off. Let's have retractable roof, so you can play in open air environments. You can play in inclement weather. You can play all year round. Because right now, okay, in the NFL, Minnesota, they play in a dome. Detroit, they play in a dome. Those roofs don't open. LA, technically, it's not a dome. They do have a roof, but the sides are open. They have open sides. So if inclement weather does come rolling in, and there's lightning in the area, they do have to pause the game. So I don't know what you want to classify that. They have a canopy? Technically? I mean, it's very interesting, like what Miami did. Is it still Hard Rock Stadium? Where they basically put like a canopy style, not even a canopy, I don't even know what to call it. They add a semi-roof that looks like the old Texas Stadium with a giant hole in the middle. That opposing teams have to sit in 30-degree different temperatures than the home team, which is funny and hilarious. That was a nice viral photo going around there. This past week, Dolphins and Vikings in Miami. It was 30 degrees warmer on the visiting bench than it was on the home bench.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Give to Davis Price up the middle here.
Continue going around the league with just domes, and those 3 roof is not open. Miami has a hold of the only roof. But teams with retractable roofs, you got Arizona, you got Houston. Oh, Las Vegas, they play in a dome. Yeah, I don't think they ever wanted to retractable roof there in Vegas. What? Why would you want that open? And if Vegas ever gets a baseball team for some reason, I'm pretty sure they'd be playing in a dome like Tampa. And that's the only team that actually plays in a dome without the roof open in baseball. But so you have 4 stadiums now that I can think of that have roofs that don't open.
How about this? They'll try the option.
But then let's go back. You have Arizona, Houston,
No gain there as he kept
Indianapolis.
it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too
Oh
many
man, how did I forget New Orleans in the Superdome? So that's 5 that have domes. I think I was saying about Atlanta that they have a rough, they open up.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Dallas. I forget how. I forget Dallas. They actually have a retractable roof, so that's 5. And that might be it. So 5 and 5. So that'd be 10. And that leaves you with 22 teams with no domes. But then you have Chicago and Tennessee now who want domes. Well, Tennessee, it sounds like that deal's done. They just got to start building it. And Chicago, they have a plot of land. They just need to start building it more or less.
They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Jeez.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 15 for the Niners there to first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient, find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quicker.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off. But you know what else? He brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Running left, Davis Price. And nothing doing. He's to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Gold is good.
Oh, no, you got my 8.
Second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Chiefs offense set to go. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes now to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put
see if CFC can score one more time before halftime.
In this case, just a little bit too
I
don't
know.
Pass here now is 2nd.
I mean, San Francisco will be home. they only got 14 points. 2-minute warning.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
No, jeez.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Oh.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Flushed out right.
Ooh.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the
So what are we? 3rd and 5, minute 43 left in the half. Chiefs. Ooh, incomplete. They'll have to punt. So now, from the Niners with all 3 timeouts, move the ball and essentially maybe tie the game at half.
We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Oh, overthrows his target. What a surprise here.
Defensively, they have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Shotgun and then a handoff to Davis Price. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead, pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Now a 3rd down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Whew.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now here's Mahomes. And quickly to Kelsey.
Another timeout, yeah. Go figure.
Another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now Mahomes. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Oh, now the Chiefs use their last time out. Only having 10 seconds come off the clock.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Let's be smart. Let's play ball. They can't stop it. Let's go. Let's go forward. Every day, let's do it.
2 moves now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
That's the thing I hate about Madden.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for Kansas City. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Niners, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Davis Price up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? You talk about miscommunication. It's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. And he'll just get rid of it.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now they will run it with Davis Price. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a good, strong run for a first down. And they're just dominating right now in this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 4. And right side, they're going to go option here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Garoppolo. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish.
Now here comes the great debate. San Francisco, they get a touchdown. Okay. They go for 2. Do they tie it? Or do they just stay 1 behind? Hopefully defense holds and they get the ball back and score 1 more time. You get a touchdown again, then you have to go for 2. See, 1st and goal at the 5.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That is
touchdown.
Tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the 49ers have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goal means they got range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
All right, so they are going for 2.
Of a feeling between 3 and 6.
And they
is
got
it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And right side, they're going to go option here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He gets this one to Davis Price. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense.
Okay. let's take a look at the games this week. Yes, the Niners are trying to pull off the upset.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
I don't know where he was throwing to, but last week, yet again, I think I went.
Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
I went 7 for 7, or 7 and 7 out of 14 games. Reminds me, so we're now in week 7. Buys this week. I know Vikings, Rams,
the Chiefs offense now making their way back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that.
Let's see.
Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play
No,
for the other team.
Bills, Rams, Vikings, Eagles. Those are the 4 teams who have buys this week.
And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
So, Eagles will remain undefeated.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker. Because if you don't throw
Vikings will still stay in first place in the NFC North.
And that's why it got knocked
The
away.
Bills, well, they might find some
Line of scrimmage again to
company
37
at the
as
top
they
of
line
the
up 2nd and 10.
AFC East.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
And
It's Kelsey on the ground. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
the Rams, well, they could be in sole possession of first place in the NFC West, or find themselves a half game back after the weekend. So these are the 14 games that we have this week. Thursday night, we at least have, we're hopefully going to have some high scoring action, as we have the New Orleans Saints at Arizona. Early games on Sunday, we have Atlanta at Cincinnati, Detroit at Dallas, Indianapolis at Tennessee, Green Bay at Washington, Tampa Bay at Carolina, New York Giants at Jacksonville, Cleveland at Baltimore. Late games, New York Jets at Denver, Houston at Las Vegas, Seattle at LA Chargers, and Kansas City at San Francisco. Prime time! I don't know how this got on prime time. Sunday Night Football. Pittsburgh, Miami. Pittsburgh and Miami.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goal.
Why didn't you put Kansas? Well, I can understand why they didn't put Kansas City at San Francisco on prime time, because Fox wanted that afternoon game. Looking at the other games, they could have flexed. I don't know about they could have flexed that one. There's really nothing else they could have flexed. It was hard enough to figure out a game to do this week. That's why I did this one. And then Monday Night Football, we got Chicago at New England. Another on prime time.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field.
So let's start with Thursday Night Football. New Orleans at Arizona. Arizona just lost one of their key wide receivers. They're about to get DeAndre Hopkins back. And the Saints, well, who they played? They played Cincinnati this week, and I think they lost to Cincinnati, but still. It's in Arizona. Saints will still be without Jameis Winston. The Red Rifles doing decent. They have Alvin Kamara. He's, I don't know, had a little setback this past week, but compared to 2 weeks ago, but
that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
I just think the Saints are the better team, but yet I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to decide.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack.
But
Remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
You know, picking the Saints as the underdog. I'm still leaning towards the Saints. I think they got spunk. Ripped, maybe.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo.
And the last 2 Thursday night games, the road teams have won. I don't know what the over/under point total is for that game, but the team that wins will score more than 12 points. I guarantee that. Then we move on to Sunday. Atlanta at Cincinnati. Whew, how Atlanta's been playing, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think Atlanta is a sneaky good team now. Almost beat the Buccaneers 2 weeks ago, but got a horrible roughing the passer penalty. They lost the Saints week 1 on the last second field goal, but they got some impressive wins.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete.
But Cincinnati's home. I feel like they're the better team, and it's in Cincinnati. So give me the Bengals. Detroit coming off their bye week at Dallas. Dallas suffered their first loss since week 1. Detroit, they could have got back on track on the bye week focus. I don't know their defense. They got shut out 2 weeks ago against the Patriots. They're back on the road. But I gotta go with Dallas. I feel like Dallas is the better team, even though that they how would you say struggled?
Here comes the 49ers.
I mean, Prescott should be back. How healthy is he going to be? Who knows? We know how high power offense Detroit is, but if Dallas' defense is as good as they say it is, I mean, Detroit might be looking at their second straight shutout. Oh, 3 if you include the bye.
Maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
Okay, we move on. Indianapolis at Tennessee. Tennessee's finally getting on a little roll. Indianapolis, he did win last week. Yeah.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And I don't know, Tennessee's home, Indianapolis, no, not so good. I mean, give me Tennessee. This one, no, so far I picked all home teams except Thursday. This one hurts me to say, but even with the backup quarterback playing, and the backup is the home team. Green Bay at Washington. I have to go with Washington here, unfortunately, because I have really no faith in Green Bay. They average like 10 points a game, 15 at most. Okay. They're not moving the ball on offense. The defense is okay, but, I mean, if they're out on the field longer, the more points they give up. You know? And I just feel like Green Bay is down in the dumps. So, give me Washington. Even though I would pick Green Bay every day, all day. Yeah. Tampa Bay at Carolina. I don't know. Tampa Bay's now 3-3 too. They lost to Pittsburgh, who's crappy. That was their second win of the season, third win of the season for Pittsburgh.
Mahomes now to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught. But boy, he's out of bounds.
And Carolina's dumpster fire. They want to get rid of everybody. Sounds like Christian McCaffrey might be on the trading block. Who knows? You would think Tampa Bay, how poorly offensively they've been playing, they can move the ball and get some points and win.
This is 3rd and 8.
So that'll be my first road team I'm picking.
Open man here. It's the tight end Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first.
New York Giants at Jacksonville.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw.
Give me the Giants. I mean, yes, they snuck out a win against Baltimore last week just because of stupidity and errors.
Big of a deal to me, and I'm gonna keep firing.
Excuse me there. But Giants are the better team. They got the better players. Jacksonville is here and there. But give me the Giants. Cleveland at Baltimore. Cleveland stinks. Baltimore stinks. Baltimore finally got a home win. I think they can keep that winning streak going at home. Give me Baltimore.
And his top speed as computed by next gen stats.
Late games.
He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
Jets at Denver.
3 yards on that last kick.
I gotta go with the Jets. Jets.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
Even though, and this is probably gonna be a sloppy fest, I gotta go with the Jets. Denver has an offensive identity crisis. Even though they're the home team, Russell Wilson's Giants. I'll have to take a look at some of the future games and see if I will ever simulate a Denver Broncos game. And at this point, it doesn't look that good. Maybe I'll do the London game next week.
It's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to
anyways, we move on.
And he's going to take this ahead.
Houston at Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas can win this game. Houston stinks. Houston sucks. Raiders is coming off a bye. Would have, should have, could have won in Kansas City, but didn't. And as long as no one gets in Devontae Adams' way, I think they can get the win. Josh Jacobs is running wild for the Raiders, which is great for my fantasy team. But yeah. Seattle at Chargers. Ooh. That's a toughie. Chargers didn't look like they played so well last night. Obviously, they only scored 19 points, and 5 of them were on field goals. Right? Or 4 of them were on field goals. So, Seattle played pretty well. Who did Seattle play last week? Was it Seattle, Atlanta? Yes. No, it was Atlanta, San Francisco. Who did Seattle play? Arizona. They beat Arizona.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to player.
I'm kind of leaning towards Seattle just because.
It won't be easy.
You know what? Let's go for the upset. Let's go with Seattle on this one. Yeah. Let's Go ahead.
Mahomes hitting his favorite
Upset.
target, Travis
Seahawks.
Kelce on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs
Kansas
have
City at
broken
San
our
Francisco.
tie
I'm
and
not
have
doubting
taken
this one bit.
a
Give me
fourth quarter
Kansas
lead.
City. Even knowing
You get down near
it's
the
on the
goal line, this
road,
route,
even
sure, handed tight
knowing
end becomes a luxury, and it pays off
Chiefs
big time,
just
especially when the defense sells out
lost.
against the
They'll
run.
come back
He
and
finds
get the
himself
W.
open for an easy touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT.
Sunday Night Football. Pittsburgh found a way to beat Tampa Bay last week.
It's up and good, and that
Dolphins
makes the score
still
21-14. That one looks as a 12-play drive.
Still trying to find their identities
And
after losing
Travis
Tua.
Kelce touchdown.
Now Tua is supposed to return this week. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. We'll see, but you know what? Give me Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season in his career as a head coach for the Steelers. He knows how to win. He finds ways to win. And I think he's going to find a way to win Sunday night. And he'll be like, oh, you doubters, get out of here. And Monday Night Football, Chicago and New England. I'm not going to doubt this one bit. Give me New England. Chicago sucks. They stink. Fields is lucky if he has 150 yards passing. I don't know what you... 2 weeks ago you had Denver on Thursday night, then they just played on Monday night. Chicago, they just played on Thursday night, now they're on Monday night. What the hell? Why are we getting punished? Tortured like this? So, there you have it. Those are my picks. Lock them in.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Second down, here's Davis Price. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
So what, we got about 10 minutes left. Niners are down by a touchdown. Let's see how this game ends up.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Woo, 1st and 10 at the 5. They gotta go 95 yards.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Meanwhile,
How
Mahomes
did he
throwing
catch
in the
that?
hands here of Hardman. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On first down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flush to his right. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So there you go. Big time situation in the 4th quarter.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They fake the give. Now Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here.
5 minutes to go and counting.
Combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, the fullback Burton. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true, because they are taught take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Let's go, man.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes caught. Kelsey left side. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
To throw, it's Mahomes. With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Well, we're going to have 2 minutes. San Francisco has 3 timeouts. If they give up a 1st down, well, the game will be over.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
I hope this is a thriller come Sunday.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Kansas City's in field goal range anyways. There's the 1st down and more.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 2 yards out. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
So Niners need 2 touchdowns in a minute 49. They have a 1 timeout left. I don't know. Don't see it.
Now after the touchdown,
they turn the ball over. Game is officially over.
From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 44 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust.
Hurry up.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them.
Yeah, no huddle, but 10 seconds come up clock, which I can understand, but feels like there's no hurry anyways in Madden.
On 2nd down, Garoppolo. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Garoppolo to Ayuk. First down, 49ers.
They wouldn't huddle, they would hurry up. That's 10 seconds already coming off the clock. 15.
Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They wouldn't be huddling.
Defensively.
I just don't understand, man, sometimes.
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the
They
game
wouldn't
out.
let 20 seconds run off the clock like that.
Moving hastily, they're scurrying to the line.
They would have to take a timeout.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes.
You don't have to be kidding me if San Francisco gets a touchdown before the end of the game.
You've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo.
And that's the game.
To the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
As time expires. And the crowd is livid.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football.
No, there was a turnover, but no interceptions.
Big time performance down the stretch.
There you have it. Chiefs head into San Francisco, take care of business, and get the W. There you have it. So let's hope. We'll see what happens in week 7. Hopefully my team bounces back. Hopefully your team bounces back. But until then, see you for week 8. Adios, muchachos.